my makeup? And we're live? Yes, sir. All right, we're live.
Okay.
Stop texting appraisers and clients.
I'm trying to find one specific email. I should have just asked that girl to find it for me.
You should have.
It'll take me 5 hours to find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So while Mahi texts our admin assistant to find her email, welcome back to our live. I just went to the Big Island, so that's just top of mind, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. We outside of Oahu, we get more Big Island deals than any other island, and I think that's just, it's because of the cost, because of the population. It's the bigger, that's where I even get listing calls for Big Island occasionally. But for any real estate needs, go here to coreteamhawaii.com. This is our website. You can go into our YouTube from here, or I should say back to our YouTube for you people watching. You can also scroll to the very bottom, fill out this contact form. Our assistant is on queue Sunday through Thursday. And if it's a Friday or Saturday, we'll still get back to you. You also go in the middle of the page and go to these videos here. You can click on these, and then videos pop up of Mahi and I talking about neighborhoods that otherwise are not on the internet, because those are unlisted videos. And yeah, put your questions. It's probably not as many people in because we're just starting, but put your questions, even if after the fact. Put your questions in the chat because we use them as prompts for the next one. Hey, I don't think I have on my computer the review. Yeah. But so we'll go over our agent, our client feedback or agent review here in a minute. But Mahi, I just went Big Island.
I know.
You hadn't gone in a long time, and then we went Kona as a team for a real estate thing, and then you went back as a family.
Yeah.
But you haven't been like Hilo side in a long time. Huh?
No, and when we went, we like blew through everything in like a day and a half. So we didn't spend too much time doing anything. Like we didn't really like get to linger or hang out anywhere. We just like drove.
Yeah. My wife and even myself, like we did get like Tennessee vibes, like out in the country vibes when you're driving from anywhere to anywhere.
Yeah.
Significant. From any main landmark to another landmark. It's country. Yeah. I'm gonna pull up Big Island while we talk about it. Would you move Big Island?
It used to be like a hard no. Kyle really likes the Big Island. And I think like the older I get and the more like, I think the more my idea of like the dream home is changing and evolving. So
interesting. How so? A little bit more land now. You
need more land, need less humans. Like I think in my retirement, I want to be left alone.
Okay.
Like
that's typically how that goes.
I'm a mom. I work full time. Like I'm very busy all the time. So like what sounds really amazing to me is just being inaccessible, which, in our line of work, we never are.
Right.
So I'm like, oh man, like kind of far from everything, but that's becoming more appealing to me. So I'm not closed off to it anymore.
I think that's because you got a good old boy fiance too.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to be someplace a little bit country.
Yeah. Big Island it is then.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So I'm the wrong guy to try airdrop something. Yeah. But, okay, so I went to the Big Island. We stayed, it was my anniversary. Happy anniversary to my wife. And it was just a trip. It was just a trip to kind of cleanse after recent, life happenings. And it was would I live Big Island? I would get bored right now.
Yeah.
It wouldn't, I don't think, even if, I don't know. I guess I could live anywhere where I have a business opportunity.
Yeah.
And I'm growing a business because that really makes me feel alive. But I don't know, bro. Like, there'll be like one restaurant in a place,
Yeah.
One restaurant of note.
Yeah.
There's other places to eat.
Yeah.
But there'll be like one restaurant of note.
I lived on Molokai for years. So
that's true. How long?
I don't know, off and on, maybe like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's nuts. You could do Big Island easy.
So I think I could do Big Island.
They have a Macy's in Hilo.
Oh, that's what we were like. We'll be up at night looking at Zillow and stuff, just like looking here, Maui, Big Island, whatever.
Yeah.
And we'll like map it, like how far is that to like Costco? And we're like, okay, well, if we get a chest freezer,
Yeah.
we could do that once a month, you know? Like, so
Yeah. What about,
it's far though. Some of those places are freaking far.
are you down to be like off-grid,
No,
solar panels only water catchment system?
I don't think so.
Because a lot of those big island places where you're talking about not being accessible, they don't have.
I don't mean like off grid and inaccessible completely. I just mean not here,
Okay.
not Oahu.
How
I think
close-
a lot about going back to Maui sometimes, like for retirement, like after I
Really?
slow down. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could do Maui more. Maui
You don't think you could do Big Island?
for what though? Like right now?
No.
Like in a month
like
from
just
now?
in general, could you live on the Big Island? I couldn't do a Big Island a month from now. I'm talking like years from now.
Yeah, but you know what? I will still frequent Oahu. I think
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking like at least once a month. I'll come. Oahu.
Oh, that's plenty.
yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't be that much when you lived there.
You think so?
No.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Maybe we'd make. I think you can. I could live in Alaska with the right friend group, family
Yeah, that's
base,
true.
and business opportunities. However, Big Island's pretty slow, man. And I already, you know what? I get bored on Oahu sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not enjoying the beach and fishing every weekend, our city is small enough that you kind of feel like you've done it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But Big Island was cool. One of the cool things is you can be looking into a volcanic crater.
Mm-hmm.
Someday, certain times can snow, drive along beautiful coast. There's actual deserts. There's, Ken, do you have that picture of like the lava going up to the street? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Well, Ken's going to pull up a picture. Is this my kid? The kids on, is it up? Oh, okay. So yeah, you go. Here's the other thing too. There's not a lot of sandy beach. If you're gonna go to most people are just cruising near the beach, but not going in the water. So I feel like that's the one. That's the disqualifier for me.
I feel like we just don't know where it is. Like, tell us in the comments, people, because I feel like somebody said something on one of our videos. But like, where is it? And
like South Point and stuff, but it's like they'll turn a whole weekend into going to the beach, to the sandy beach, because it's not something you can do in like your Monday through Friday routine.
Yeah.
You could paddle.
Yeah.
You could paddle like Hilo Bay or Kona side. You could paddle and snorkel and fish and do all this stuff. But in terms of like, I don't know.
Just beach.
Got it.
Just
Shane
laying
Dorian
out.
is from Big Island. So he must have grew up surfing something, huh?
Yeah. But where?
I don't know. All right.
What else did you guys do on the Big Island?
You saw like my Kamehameha Kupuna dinner thing. So the first night we went to this in the case called Kilauea Military Camp. In these military cabins, they have this like little bar and place to eat. And one of their I guess there's these older people that go every weekend and play music. And one of the ladies, she was like a hula dancer in Waikiki back in the day. And apparently Miss Aloha, she passed away. So they're doing like a memorial party. And they sang, so wait, what is the Doxology?
The Doxology, Ho'onani. It's like,
What is that? It's a Christian hymn
Yeah.
or something?
yes.
And that's at Kamehameha, you guys sing
Everybody, it's one of like the mandatory songs to like know your voice part for. So like any party you go to, if there's a bunch of Kamehameha grads, like they can all harmonize that song together.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody knows it from like elementary all the way up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why? What's important about that song?
Well, it's a Christian school, right? So it's just one of the, like, it's a himeni that you learn like from small kid time, and they sing it at like any big event, especially like Founders Day when they do like the church service for Bernice Poiki Bishop. So it's just like one of those songs. It's almost like an alma mater, but not. It's not like unique to Kamehameha.
I was like,
It's not unique to Kamehameha,
singing
but
in
just
an
like
alma mater
Kamehameha
right
kids
now?
like all know it though.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did that. They did all kinds of songs. They sang songs that were like relevant to my dad. And then, of course, Hawaii Aloha.
Yeah.
And yeah, was pretty cool. We did that. We drove south, went to Punaluu Bakery.
What did you think of Honolulu Bakery?
The food was junk. You guys went.
Yes.
The food was junk. Because we got like a burger and some things, but it's like at least there's something to eat because you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then,
but you kind of like put yourself in the middle of nowhere to go there. I know a lot of people do that.
Right. And then the bread is cool. The bread was good.
Yeah.
I like the taro one better than the guava or better than.
Kyle got something he really liked.
It's underwhelming is what I'm getting from you.
Yeah, but I wasn't like, yeah, I'm glad we drove out here for this. You know, I was like, we should have budgeted the time for Two Ladies Kitchen for mochi instead of this.
What is Two Ladies Kitchen?
Oh, in Hilo, they got the best mochi. It's like huge. What's
like
it called?
Chichidango kind?
No. It's daifuku. Yeah. So it's a huge strawberry in the middle.
What did you call it, Ken?
Daifuku.
Ichigo Daifuku. Kenji can speak Japanese. So.
It's a big, huge strawberry with azuki bean and then mochi around it.
Like peanut butter in the middle, kind of.
Yeah, except you don't go for that. Everybody goes for one specific thing, and
like
it's
the
the
peanut butter.
strawberry with
strawberry.
azuki bean, and they're like this big.
Oh, so I should have went there.
It's like
then.
the size of a small manapua.
I missed out.
Yeah. We didn't budget the time for that last time because I was like, well, I've had that. Let's try Punaluu Bakery. And I was like, I should have went to Two Ladies
I could
Kitchen.
see how Punaluu Bakery is not that.
Yeah. But you know what? The bread is good.
Bread is good.
They got good bread.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a bakery, so the bread is what you are supposed to be going there for. So
the malasadas weren't that good.
I didn't like the malasadas.
No, the malasadas.
But also, like we have like Leonard's here.
We have Leonard's.
So,
You're comparing it to Leonard's.
Yeah, we can't. If it's probably the best malasadas on Big Island, maybe.
I don't know. And it wasn't fresh. It was the end of the day.
Yeah.
But anyways, I still appreciate Punaluu Bakery for being out there.
So you have someplace.
I went to the Black Sand Beach. I went to 2 Black Sand beaches. Bro, let me get on the... Anyone, leave me a comment. You guys ever been to Big Island and seen these hippie towns? I just didn't know. What are we going to do today? Okay, let's go this side. And I see Kalapana. And you know the song? Kalapana is an area.
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
like, okay, I want to go there.
Yeah.
Because we used to jam that song. It's weird. Bro, it's weird. So, and I don't think, I want to, anytime, I'm on the map now. Anytime I'm talking about an outer island, I want to be, anytime I'm talking about Hawaii, I want to be extra respectful. I'm going to be a little open about this one. So, we have clients who come in all the time, and, Big Island's one of the bigger places that we refer clients to our partners in Kona and Hilo, everywhere in between. And I had never done this whole south, east, Kalapana to Poiki ISA Park, this Poiki thing. This is, you heard of in 2018, the lava flow that flowed down was from the Leilani Estates fissure. And so the lava kind of went all over here, all over here, all over here. I guess Fissure 8 Tours is related somehow. So you can see, there's a picture of my family and I, or actually I think it's just of my boys, where let me see if the Google guy will let us drop in.
No.
Can we drop in? Yep. Wait. Right there. Oh, but this is old. So right now, if you go here, the lava meets, this road doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, interesting.
The lava took all that over. I could be getting it wrong. Someone from Big Island's probably, what are you guys talking about? No, look, September 2011. Yeah. This is all gone already. And so...
So how are you accessing that area?
Oh, yeah, look, it shows it here. It shows it on this, but it doesn't have the pictures from recently. So anyways, we're driving. Let me take you on a little journey. We're driving from, way up here. Depending on how you go, you might pass Kamehameha School's Hilo campus. And anyways, you turn at Kea'au and head towards Pahoa. As we're heading towards Pahoa, Michelle, my wife, starts looking up. she's like, oh, I see. It says here 64% increased crime, and I'm like, maybe that's the kind, like West Side kind thing. Maybe we're local. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Where is she looking at that?
So, like, I think that this triangle from Pahoa down to Kalapana over to Pohoiki Beach. In between is it Kahena and Puna and all of these places. So, anyways, we go down and we go through this. You ever went up Tantless from Papakolea side?
Yeah, like long time ago. Scary.
It's a little bit scary, right?
Yeah.
This whole drive is like it's vines hanging down. There's so much canopy of the jungle that it's dark.
Are you in can you flip over anywhere, or is it like off, like even and flat? It's just like.
No, you're not like on the edge of a cliff.
Okay.
But you don't know who might jump out and block the road.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about like, I've heard of people being in a rural part of Mexico and then all of a sudden guys just come out and they're like, just stop.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen in Hawaii, but
yeah,
those kind of vibes. And all right, let me see if I can find the road. Let me see if I can drop my guy. This might be the road. I think this is, watch somebody from this channel. Somebody can watch this who lives out there and freaking come after me. Or they're probably thinking, good, stay on Oahu, don't come to our island.
Yeah, good you scared.
Yeah, good you scared.
Gente.
But then I saw the people who were driving, and I was like, oh, nah, should
Regular.
be okay, yeah, like should.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That looks like the road we stayed in Hana.
Really?
Yeah. Which also has that kind of scariness to it.
Did it? Oh wait, the thing doesn't go any further. Anyways, so we go down to a little bit weird vibes. We go down to the beach, and the only reason I'm talking in these terms is all the people, the Big Island agents that we partner, like friends I know, jiu-jitsu people from Big Island. Kenji's friend Tom was a photographer from Big Island.
Oh, I didn't know Tom was from the Big Island.
Yeah, he's from Hilo. So they DM me and they're like, "Brah, it's weird down there. What were you doing down there?" Last night I kind of went on a thing and I looked up like there's murders and people go missing at this recreation area, Mackenzie State Rec area. But so we go down, we go to this black sand beach, pretty cool.
So you guys went there.
Pretty cool. And then on the way back, I missed the turn and I was like, wait, I never see all this. And a bunch of locals barbecue. I'm like, oh, it's cool, super nice coast, like kind of like if like the Makapu'u Drive on Oahu and like Punalu'u side had a baby, because it's a little cliffy, but also easier to cruise, So, and then we stop at this coffee place, and there's this girl's wearing like a pink princess hippie, never been washed, kind of. It was kind of rough and dirty. So we stopped, get some rations. And then we leave and we're like, oh, it's kind of weird, huh? Like, because we lived by Berkeley. Keep in mind, we've gone like Mendocino, Berkeley, the whole California. Like, we've seen hippies before. Then we go to Seview, right here. Apparently, every Sunday on this lawn, there's this hippie drum circle, like enlightenment thing that happens right here.
Oh, man.
And it had hundreds of people, hundreds of like,
Hippies.
like spinning rings.
Oh, yeah.
What is that about?
Hula hoopers?
No. But like a stainless steel, like.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
for, like, energy.
like fire knife adjacent. I don't know anything about all of that stuff. But
had all that. There's a castle. And when I asked Tom, I said, hey, what is that castle? Like, what's with that castle? He's like, no one really knows, but apparently there's like some trafficking. And I was like, what? So,
interesting.
Right here, you can probably see the castle. Look right there.
Oh, yeah.
So I looked it up last night. There's a guy, Castle John is his name, built this castle, was a part of this recluse, free-thinking, weird, community. And then he snapped and went on the deep end, and he went to court, and he was like, I don't answer to you. I answer, my loyalty is to Queen Lili Uokalani.
Okay,
He's from
Castle
like Washington.
John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you're illegally occupying this land, and I don't pay allegiance to your legal system.
Oh,
and
okay.
it was like attempted murder. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so a lot of murder. Anyways,
So why were you there?
we didn't know. We were just driving
Okay.
past, and I'm like, bro, this is coastal Hawaii, like filled with all kinds shenanigans here. And anyways, so then we go down the road, and it became normal again, and we got out of there. And then we
I
left.
was sped out of there.
And then we left. But I put like a post out, and I was like, hey, whoever, like, who knows about this? And all the Big Island people were like, bruh, that's, one person put it astutely. They said, that's like the, like, Lawless Alaska, but maybe worse. Because try to think about it. 60 whatever % increased crime. And the police station, the nearest police station is like way up here. If they're going to come down to these areas where there's water catchment and solar panels, and allegedly someone in my DM said, yeah, there was a cult called Carbonation or something. That's what, yeah. It's all those kind of things happening down here with no
thank you.
cops.
No, thank you.
So from a real estate perspective, if you're searching Zillow, because I actually searched Zillow of this area last night, and
What's the price points?
well, I didn't. I searched for something, and then Zillow came up in the stuff. Oh, like super nice house for like $800,000-900,000. I mean, gorgeous pool, like
Yeah.
really nice,
Yeah.
and multiple wings. But there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Right.
So from a more technical, less emotional, more objective standpoint, there are lava zones there. So when you're buying on the Big Island, there's a difference in lending and your ability to even get money in the different lava zones. And then beyond that, let's say you're buying cash or you can get a loan. I think it's important to understand what you're getting into. This could be one of the more deceiving places on earth. So no, for real, like let's say you're moving from Oahu to Big Island, and you just like, oh, I seen these pictures. You can get this amazing house down there.
yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
brah,
Yeah.
you got to know what you're getting into.
So that answers a question that somebody had
Yeah, we got
earlier.
questions.
Janie, can I ask why it seems like HI, I'm going to assume she means Hawaii Island, is so poor? What are the politics that it seems less prosperous? No offense intended. Just checking things out on Google Maps. If you mean HI as in Hawaii as a whole, I don't think that's what you mean. But Hawaii Island, Big Island, it's exactly what Derek just talked about. You have
Well, no, and this is a part of Hawaii Island, Big
Yeah.
Island. This is not the whole thing.
No, but and also I wouldn't say it's like poor or not prosperous. It's complicated, and there are different things happening there that doesn't affect real estate here. So whereas there's not going to be a flood zone there's not going to be a lava zone where your house can get just cleared out here on Oahu, like there would be on the Big Island. And there are multiple like miles and miles of areas that are like that.
Yeah.
So you can see different, price points, and it may seem like, why is that so cheap? It may be because you're in a lava zone and it has been devastated before, and you cannot get insurance on it because it's the high likelihood that there will be another lava flow there again. It could be, it's only water catchment. It could be that it's big, like the name implies. It's a big island, so
Yeah.
you got to drive super far, maybe to get utilities put on your land, anything like that, to have somebody come out and service, to do anything. It's just a little bit more difficult and can take more time.
I got a good one for this. So, Kenj, if you can go to my screen, I'm going to show you guys Nashville, Tennessee first. So bear with me. I know we're talking about Hawaii, but my dad lived in Nashville, Tennessee for the last, 15, 18 years of his life. And this is the city center. This is the economic hub. This is the middle of Nashville. And you notice how Nashville is like a spider web. All things go into Nashville. It's like the trucking interstate capital of America or something. And all these interstates converge there. So a lot of economy in the economic center. But as you go out from economic centers, whether that's Chicago, New York, San Francisco, as you go way out, things get cheaper. That's just the way things go. Big Island being no exception. But the reason why I bring Nashville up is you go south of Nashville to a certain county, Williamson County. Let's see. Williamson County, Tennessee. So this county, see this Reaper's Fork right here? Justin Timberlake has a home there. Chris Stapleton, like all of those people that, whether country or not country, Jelly Roll might have a house there, like super rich there. Franklin is a well-to-do community, but that's not in Nashville proper. It's actually pretty expensive, even though it's a little far removed. And I think that's like their Maui. That's like their Oprah has a house there.
Yeah,
the Rock has a house there. Williamson County in this area of Nashville is like their Maui. So, but then when you go back out and to like where my dad lived, then it gets cheaper, but still nice. And then as you go way out, I mean, out here, you better have a gun because it's just in the middle of nowhere. So you look at Hawaii as a state, this is the economic center, Honolulu. Of course, other islands tend to be a little less expensive, etc. Big Island being the most country, the most out there. It's country. There's not a lot of economic center. And a lot of the like deca billionaires will buy their land on Maui. Mark Zuckerberg has land on Kauai. And if in Kona or if in Big Island, it's usually those people end up in Kona to like Waimea. So it's just country. Imagine if there was a land bridge connecting all of it. This is just country, far away from the economic center. But that also means for like probably the best grad parties. You know? Probably the best first baby luau's. Like Big Island people were super cool. You know, I
have a lot of friends who either their other half was from Big Island and they moved. Or they just moved all together. And they're like no regrets. They all are loving it.
Yeah. Oh, so Oahuans gone to Big Island. You ever heard of Ken's Diner? Like the the restaurant there? We went there and I saw a girl from my high school.
Yeah. That's like
And I was looking at her, I was like, nah, we in Hilo, cannot be. And when I walked outside, she was driving away and she's like, hey, and I was like,
Ken's is the one that has all the stuff on the ceiling and everything.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like the diner that everyone goes to in Hilo.
That one and like
if
Verna's.
you're going Mary Monarch, you stop and you. But Verna's is not like sit down diner. Yeah. No AC.
Bro, you couldn't live on the Big Island.
I'm in there eating. No air conditioning. Hot, muggy, just rained. I mean, I'm sweating. I was like, hey, order quick. We got to go.
Yeah, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
You cannot be on the Big Island.
Why does the Big Island have 10 roofs? Every like?
I love that.
No, I'm not saying it's bad, but Hilo, particularly Hilo.
Yeah.
We were driving through Hilo yesterday. Every roof is a tin roof. Like you cannot find a shingle roof.
Yeah. No, even in like on Molokai, the areas like in Kuala Lumpur and Kalai, like which are like the rainier areas.
Yeah.
Like we had a corrugated iron roof in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, and like all of those houses were like that. All the old plantation houses, they all had that. But I love it because when the rain hits it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, I think it's because it's.
I think I would want I love that sound. Maybe I'd do like a gazebo or something with a corrugated iron roof just for the ambiance, you know.
Your ADU gonna have that.
Yeah, my ADU would have corrugated iron.
You can just put a piece of iron outside of your window.
No, I don't want like a wind chime type. Like I want to hear it. Like I want to hear the rain.
Mahi's gonna be the only person like, oh, you get solar panels.
No, I have corrugated iron.
I just put corrugated iron on my top of my shingles to
just replace my
sound.
roof.
Do you have more questions? Some comments?
Thank you for that explanation. Lots of talk about market crash, truck market, housing, etc. What do you guys think? Truck market.
Like, well, Aiden, did you check out The Psychology of Money yet? Did you check out The Psychology of Money? No. So I started dabbling in that this morning actually, and one of the examples the guy gives is it's easy for us to focus on pessimism and the negative because it's a defense mechanism, right? The species that is like, oh, don't eat that, don't go there,
right,
is the one that's more likely to survive, right? So when you hear all the reasons for a market crash, it's very easy to believe it. When you hear, so for example, like, oh, U.S. debt, is this, and treasury bonds are this, and, blah, 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 blah. This generation don't know how to work. It's very easy to buy into that. And not to say it's not even true, but if someone also brings up positive facts about why the economy should be strengthening, it's just not as intriguing to listen to. So we're less likely to consume and internalize that. And this is from the book, The Psychology of Money.
Mm-hmm.
And so what do I think? I don't know. Principally, I do the same thing regardless of, I don't spend time thinking a ton about it. I do to the degree that we can have educated consultations based on an individual's decision making. So if they're like, oh, I'm moving to Hawaii, moving back home. I grew up in Mililani. I joined the Army, coming back home for 3 years, but then I'm going to leave. We can talk about exits, but principally it doesn't change much.
Yeah.
You know, I always want to buy real estate if I can afford it. Mm-hmm. If you're not a real estate person and you want to just have your primary residence and then dollar cost average into the S&P 500 or an index fund and play stocks, or, you know, then that's fine. But even those principles are still the same, like buy, stay in. Not to go too far off of that, but sure, think about this. You ever heard of like, would you rather have $1 million or a penny that doubles every day for 30 days?
Yes.
And it's the penny, right? Because it becomes so much more. Forget the amount. Think about it in these terms. In terms of building wealth, and if your money were like a lake, or like a lake where and an algae bloom, and every day the algae doubles and doubles and doubles until it covers the lake for 30 days. At which day was the lake 50% covered with algae? It's the 29th day.
Oh, yeah.
So out of 30 days, the 29th day, it was only half covered.
I was like, how dare you ask me that
Yeah,
question
I was
on live.
going to answer it. I was answering for you. It's the 29th day. And so you have this whole lake. It's only half covered with algae days 1 through 29. And then the 29th day, it's fully covered. Yeah. And that's a good way to think about compounding interest or your house appreciating or staying in the stock market. And so principally, whether it's going to crash or it's not going to crash, it's time in the market, not timing the market. So for the most part, whatever is going on socio-politically, it doesn't change my personal decision on whether I'm going to put money into my retirement account or buy a house. And with our clients, rarely does it change things. Yeah. But it may. And we're open to allowing it to, you know. We're open to, hey, I'm only going to be there a year and I don't feel like my exits are strong and I have no reason to be in Hawaii and I want to buy in Texas where my wife is from. And but those are less.
That's not like market crash adjacent.
Market events. Like, that's more your
what's
personal.
What's the right fit for you?
Yeah. What else we got in there? Comments, questions?
There's a lot of comments about hippies that I'm not going to read out loud, but we hear you. We get
people who know Big Island.
Hippies are crazy. No, not necessarily that, but like here's one which I can't read. But I do agree with this one statement. Chewy said,
I can read that.
Bay Area hippies are more politically woke. Island kind hippies are less woke, more on the spiritual love light side. LOL. I'm like, yeah, I could see that. Like, because it wasn't like protesty hippies on Maui. It was like Mother Maui kind hippies, you know, and like.
Are they drum circling to like get in touch with the earth?
Probably. Like I've never stopped a drum circle to ask why you're doing that.
Is Paia like that? So I've been on this horse this morning.
Yeah.
Is Paia as bad as what I'm explaining or as much?
I mean, there's not. No, I don't think as much. There's not like hundreds of people. No.
It's not like.
You can drive by Baldwin Beach Park on a random day and see like people doing knife dancing and like hula hooping or whatever. One time we were like looking at a sign. It was like, oh, poi ball lessons or whatever.
Okay.
And then we're like, the audacity of this like dreadlock hippie. I was like, poi balls are an indigenous native.
So here's Paia on the map.
And it was like not poi balls like we think poi balls. It was like, we're going to light these things on fire and do all whatever kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, interesting. So Paia has a lot of that. But the drum circles happen not in Paia. They happen in like Makena, like Kihei side. And it's not like residents of that side that are doing it. Like Maui's small enough to
Show us on the map. Because Willie K in the song Kachi Kachi Music, he says.
That's where they live.
He said bongo drums down in Paia.
Yeah. So, not Kahakuloa side. So we're over here.
Oh, you didn't know Maui?
So over here.
Oh,
there's
like
Waitea.
Big Beach?
Yeah.
and stuff?
So
Hippies down there?
Yes. So they come this way and they do like drum circle down this side. But it's not like they live here.
Oh.
They live
That's far away. They go that far?
that far. Maui's not as big as the Big Island. I can
Yeah.
get from here to here in 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is where you can just be walking on the street and see them just like having drum, like I wouldn't call it a drum circle, but gonna have somebody drumming somewhere.
But like a group of 1 to 5 people.
Yes.
Not
Yeah. Nobody has shoes on.
so dirty to feet.
It's very dirty feet. Very dirty feet.
There were probably 200 people, but maybe 5 showers had happened.
But I know like choke people. I know a lot of people who like go to the drum circle just to like have fun or whatever. And they're not like woo woo about it. But
Yeah.
then there are like the regulars who are like, yeah, she was like, pregnant and naked and her babies are there and they were all naked and their whole
Bruh.
family was naked. I'm like, oh no, thank you.
no,
Like,
but see, here's the thing too. I want to throw this. I should have thrown this.
but I don't know
disclaimer
like
in
what the
front.
purpose of the drum circle is. I don't know if it's just like human connection or like I don't really know.
So when I was in California, I was liberalized. I was woke a little bit, right? I moved there early
You?
20s. Yeah, I moved there early 20s, and people were like, "Oh, I don't eat meat for this reason," or, the government in America's bad for this reason. I never heard these things.
Mm-hmm.
So to that person's point, more woke politically.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, yeah, I get my kale from here, and and I like took from that. I'm like, oh, these are cool, thought provoking things. But it wasn't the same. It wasn't like this though. So I appreciate some hippie wokeness. It's fun.
Yeah.
It makes for good coffee, good avocado toast,
Good people
good
watching.
stores, good. You can go buy grain by bulk.
Oh, yeah.
Weigh them after. It doesn't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
come in a sealed bag. Just things like things that are.
I'm a fan of crystals, so
I'm not that into crystals, but I like that
there's
you
a lot
guys
more.
wear crystals.
There's
It's
a lot
cool.
more boutiquiness that I could get that kind of stuff in Poiki than there would be anywhere else.
Right.
I love me an acai bowl.
But this was different though.
Okay, it's not like it's Maui's different. Like
This was different.
it's different. You know why? Because I feel like Maui's like a hippie community, or at least a lot of them that I know, they're like rich.
Yeah.
They like come from some place with a lot of
Yeah.
money and they're like getting away from that, so
yeah.
they come to be like more live
gotta-
off the land on Maui. I'm like, yeah, but like it's really expensive here and you're only eating stuff that's like organic and whatever. I'm like, that's like not really, that's not really like living off the land. That's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It comes from the land, but it's like,
You own the farm. in
yeah,
there.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
You have a REI backpack.
Yeah.
That thing costs $120.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope hippie's not a protected class in the fair housing law.
I don't know what class would that be?
I hope not. I don't think
It's
so.
not like a religion or anything.
It was interesting. So I went and researched it last night. I didn't know Hawaii had this. Honestly, I wasn't that up on my Big Islandness. Pretty
I feel
nuts.
like unless you're from Big Island, that's not like a sect you know about. It's not an area that you.
Bruh, it's not. It's pretty crazy. All right, what else we got?
Janie, appreciate your input. Are all condos leaseholds? Nope. Some are fee simple, some are leasehold. There are more fee simple than there are leasehold, but it depends what
Mostly-
area you're looking in, because there are some areas that are heavy on the leasehold.
Mostly condos. Mostly things aren't leasehold.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at something that's too good to be true,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, wow, this is only $200,000. It's a leasehold.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on a leasehold? Not a way to build wealth, but could be potentially an option for somebody in a very specific.
We almost never make sense of it in the end. We can have a whole conversation about it. I would only buy it if it cash flowed like crazy. If it was like, this building just became leasehold, but you can get it for X amount, and it's a vacation rental, and you can get obscene amounts of money for having cash flowed it as a rental, but that really just doesn't exist. Or if I were at end of life, if I were older and I wanted stability, like I'm only going to probably live the next 15 years. There's a 30-year lease on this. I'll have my condo in town stable for me or something. Other than that, I don't do it.
Yeah,
I like
but
to
even
own a
then-
leasehold, like be the
The lesser?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to
I'd like to own the building
rent
that people
100
have leased.
rent the land to 100 people.
You mean you want to be KSBE?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be Bishop Estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, even that, it's like, even if it's like, oh, end of life, just want the stability. Like, not really though, because if you have lease renegotiation, fees can go up.
Yeah.
You know, so.
It just never makes sense. I'm in this financial independence Facebook
What
group.
happens when a lease expires? You just, it goes back to
The terms can be, so they could sell. So it could be sold. You can convert a leasehold to fee simple during
If
the
the
loan
fee is
process,
available.
If the fee is available.
Yeah.
But my thing is buying like in a building where it's half or more, leaseholds. It's just, it devalues the building as a whole. So in general, I just don't like it.
Yeah. And then like the fee you're going to pay to get the fee,
Yeah.
the fee simple aspect of it, like you might as well just buy a fee
Yeah.
simple. And for, the extra paperwork and the extra stuff you got to go through, you might as well just shop.
No matter how you try to make sense of it, you probably can't. Are we cleared out over there? Yeah. T789.
T789. Okay, I know this is off topic, but are there many busy hair salons and barbershops in Oahu and possibly the other islands as well? We have a ton of barbershops here on Oahu. There's a lot of hair salons, a lot of barbershops. There's a lot of beauty schools. There's even like shops that you can go to where there's apprentices and there's cheaper haircuts because they're learning. I would say Oahu has the most for that kind of stuff. Other islands, I lived on Maui for a while, like they got a lot of that, but it's like, if you have like textured hair, if you're black, if you need somebody who knows how to cut curly hair, like there's not a lot of like that there. Oahu, there's more of that. And you got to just kind of be, it like depends what kind of barber and hairstylist you need. You got to kind of be plugged in and like ask like, hey, somebody who does braids or, somebody who specializes in curly cuts. Like Oahu, you can find it. Outer islands, maybe not. But yeah.
I don't got a lot to say about haircuts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave that one
You're like,
to you.
I mean.
She got this one. But you do see that culture of like a barber shop where you're hanging out and there's a whole brand behind it and you're edging up and getting these really intricate
That's becoming
fades.
like a cool thing again here.
It's becoming a cool thing, yeah, like a hot towel and
You'll even see like
the craft of barbering.
Yeah.
Or whatever, haircutting, barbering.
Barbering, sure.
Barbering, yeah.
Whatever.
As a craft, it's on the come up.
Yeah. You can even go to like Chinatown and go to like a cool spot that like where it's like all tattoo looking art and
they'll have like
and,
old chairs, like the old thick leather chair to sit in and things like that. Yeah.
I think we're caught up.
Okay. Do we? Oh, the client testimonial. Where is it?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Kenny.
You got it on your screen, Kenny? Kenny seems knowledgeable about the area, and he's been patient enough with me, allowing me to take my time to get to know the island. Corey.
Kenny seems, he doesn't just seem.
He seems, and he's patient
is
enough.
Knowledgeable, and he is very patient.
Charlotte writes these things
just as a off the cup, like not cup, off the cup.
Off the cup.
She should write this off the cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I hear you. Didn't we have another one?
No.
Oh yeah, there was one about me.
It was the Terces one. She didn't send it over.
Well, they said I'm great.
They did
When
say
I
you're
feel
great.
like Mahi deserves more of that credit. They said I'm great because I plugged in a few times, but Mahi definitely deserves more of that credit than I do. They spoke as if I'm the primary and Mahi is the backup, which, that's cool because I'll step in for certain high level things, or if Mahi's really busy, I back her up on this, or just, we collaborate well. But I'll just say.
But he only saying that because he felt bad because, I was super busy. But when he was off,
I was off island
this
and
weekend,
Mahi was busy all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would say that. I'd give it up either way. Probably. Okay. All right. So you put 2 deals in escrow over the weekend, huh? Or late last week into the weekend?
Yeah. 1.
We have Brian then, which is like 2.
Right.
Plus Rachel then.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of 3 in the last week or so.
Mm-hmm.
It's a productive week.
Yes. Yeah.
And as far as the market goes, sometimes you're competing. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's 16 offers.
Sometimes it's 16. Sometimes it's we're the only ones on it. It really depends where you're at. Yeah. And that's a question we get all the time. What does the market look like? You guys, it really depends on where you're looking, because it could be 16 other offers. It could be this one's sitting because it's in a community where there are 10 other houses just like it. So it really depends where you're looking. And that's where calling us, going to the website, coreteamhawaii.com, filling out the contact form, that's where we can kind of start to use our skill to kind of guide you and help you figure out, because maybe you have a need where you need it to be someplace not competitive because you don't have the cash. Maybe you need a credit because you can't do the closing costs. And that's where we'll help you kind of like guide you towards like, hey, here are the areas where we're less competitive right now.
That's a person who's not staying forever. Or like, hey, I'm local, but when my kids move, I'm moving. So I really don't, it doesn't have to be the perfect house. Or a military. I want you to be here for a certain amount of time.
Like, we want a nice place, but you know what? We're going to leave in 4 years. So
I want the deal more than the house. Yeah.
And there will be areas where we will direct you for that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, we're going to keep it real. If you show me something and you're like, hey, can I get this for $300,000? I forget who. I think it was George Oliver was like, oh, yeah, Maheo was like, keeps it real with me. Like, I'll send her something and she's like, she's telling Aiden, or he's telling Aiden. He's like, well, he'd be like, no, you're crazy. Like, we can't get that. Yeah, George, we can't get that for that. Like,
yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
At some point, we stop and have a conversation. Are we approaching this as a buyer, as a retail buyer,
investor, yeah.
or are we approaching this as an investor?
Yeah. And sometimes it's a little bit of a mix, and that's okay. But we got to be.
Let's just define it, right?
Yeah, we got to be sure.
If you come to me and you're like, Derek, I care two shits about Hawaii. Oh, sorry. NSFW. You could like, I could care two craps about where I buy, what I buy. I'm just looking for a deal. I appreciate that. Because me too. If you call me right now and say, Derek, I'm selling my house in Indiana and I just really love the YouTube and I'll sell it to you for $200. It's worth $300. I mean, no, I'll buy it. Doesn't matter where, I'll buy that house. But when we're approaching, the situation here to get you a home, we just want to define it so we can have the right conversations, the right approach, etc. Cool. We have any more comments, questions to address? Any last minutes? Ham Radio is always on there.
Nice video, guys. Core Team Hawaii is truly able to help you. My wife Karen and I are thrilled with Kenny.
Yeah. Ken Dog. Kenny's behind the camera here.
Ham Radio Live.
Yeah. And he had been on our YouTube like long time. I think before becoming a client as well, because that name sticks out.
How long does it take to get places from Ocean View on the Big Island, like Turtle? I mean, we'd probably just have to map that and see like what place you're trying to get to. You're talking like
what is he
the
talking
airport,
about?
Ocean View on the Big Island.
To get from Ocean View?
Well, he said to get to places, I would assume, from Ocean View. Places meaning like the airport and what? And like just any kind of places?
I kind of went that area. I mean, you talking into Kona, I think you're talking like hour 15.
A while. To Hilo.
I think that's like 2 hours. Let's look. Let's look on the map real quick. Ocean View. I would say hour 45. Where's directions? To Hilo Airport. 27 hours.
I'll be walking.
Where? How do you change?
There, put it in the
hour 40. Hour 40.
27 hours.
Yeah, that was close. Hour 40. And that's it. Like right now, there's no real traffic.
Yeah.
So probably count on 2 hours.
Yeah. That's a trek.
But it's like if you lived in Nashville, would you be down to live 2-3 hours out in between Montgomery, Alabama and Nashville? Like,
yeah, but I bet there's a lot more things in between that you can make use of.
Not necessarily.
Like
Mainland interstates.
Grocery stores and like just a movie theater or like a shopping plaza.
Not necessarily. Depends where you are. Yeah,
then
you can go a long time with nothing.
Then no to both. To there and to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went up. Ken, do you want to run through those pictures? I sent Ken some pictures of our family on the Big Island. If you guys have questions, comments, throw them in real quick. We'll catch them before we leave. In the meantime, I'm going to fill this gap with showing a few pictures of my ohana. You're up. What is this one? Oh, okay. In front of the crater. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess what does that spark for me? Lava zones and coldness. One thing I like about the Big Island is you can live in like consistent 65 degrees if you want to, like up in Volcano. Even though it's called Volcano, I don't think that's a lava zone area. And you can buy like a nice house. It's always cool. It's like Wahiawa winter is like their summer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think no, I couldn't do that full time.
It reminded me when I went to Colorado, there was this place between Colorado Springs and Denver. Mm-hmm. And it was this cabiny, like lake town and Volcano. There's some nice country. Like it's a cool place. That might be the spot.
Volcano?
I could maybe, yeah. I don't know. I'd have to do some. Waimea is nicer, but
yeah.
All right, what's another picture? Oh, my kid's looking into the crater. So this is by Punaluu Bakery. I don't want to touch that in terms of real estate. I'm going to leave that. You know, it's nice out there. Drive by, buy some stuff in the community.
And then leave.
And leave. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to touch it. Oh, yeah, pigs. The pig wasn't even scared, too. I was like, what?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You should be scared.
Yeah. I didn't know my wife was snapping this picture. This is me, not at the summit of Mauna Kea, but by the visitor center is this hike where you can go up on this like hill.
Which one?
And you're above the clouds. It's pretty cool. Cold too. Yeah, same at the crater. My family and I, or not the crater, at the Mauna Kea Visitor Center. Have you ever seen Mauna Loa from Mauna Kea?
No. Both times I've gone, it's been so like snowy or rainy or overcast. You can't see anything.
Oh, okay. You know how Haleakala is just like daunting and huge and just overlooking everything in Maui. Like Mauna Loa is next level. It's so big. Like it looks like you're looking across at Oahu or something. It's massive. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Have you seen that view, Kench? No. All right. Any more pics? Oh, the boys. Yeah. How's your lava nomenclature? You know the difference between
and
a poi poi?
No, is the one with plenty pukas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah.
You get them, man.
Yeah, I know rocks.
And a poi poi is like when it was going slow because it's just kind of
yeah.
All right. Any more questions, comments before we jump off?
13 years in the military, and I'm really wanting to separate to move to Oahu with my wife. 7 more years.
I don't think you should separate with your wife just to come to Hawaii.
No, dame.
Separate from the military. I know. I mean, again, that's like a principle decision. It's not the same thing, but I approach that similarly to should I buy? Should you get out of the military? I know a guy, a good friend, Mark, actually.
I know.
I
did not know that he was in that long.
17 years, got out. He's like, I cannot take it. I will not, and I cannot. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to get...
I thought he was like retiring. I didn't realize.
No, 17, not even reserve.
He's been out there that long, after that long. It really just...
He called it.
Yeah.
And I
love that for him. I'm so happy for him.
When you're active duty, it's hard to go against the grain when you have thousands. Everyone under the sun is like, you are insane. You're throwing your life away. I get it, though. Because I get how... Mark lost his dad early. I lost my mom early. Shout outs to Mark and should you get out of the military and go live where you want to live, whether that's Wyoming or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, do your thing. Because here's the thing too. Let's just assume hypothetically you get a disability rating of 100%. That's 7 years sooner that you get that. So I don't know. I say that's one of the reasons when you're in the military and you're junior enlisted, one of the reasons why you get jaded is you have all these people who are just buying their time. They're just, man, I would go into the office and literally every single day the conversation is when I get out, when I'm finally done, it's like, that doesn't do it for me. Like, I hate what I'm doing. So when I get out, like literally, I'm not joking, like Monday through Friday, weeks on end.
Oh, no, I know.
Kyle talks about it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But see, that's why he's going towards specialized things where guys want to do what they're doing, right?
Although I'm trying to convince him to just, I will be the breadwinner. Just quit your job.
Are you? I thought you said don't.
I'm very supportive of what he wants to do, but I've let it be known that if he doesn't want to do that anymore,
You got him.
I got you. And like, we'll figure this out together. Like, but I mean, I did send him a picture of that baby. Did you see that baby in my story?
What? No.
I was like, just be a stay-at-home dad. Just like, you know what? Because my friend's, Pono's friend brought her like 2-month-old baby. So cute. That's the only time I ever get baby fever is like in the presence of like a 2 to 3 month old baby that doesn't do anything yet. It's just a blob. It's cute and fat.
A cute luggage.
A cute little accessory.
Yeah,
a cute little fat accessory. And I sent him a picture. I was like, we need a baby. It's like, you know what? Quit your job. Be a stay-at-home dad. I got us. I'm going to work.
Yeah, your age.
Well, that's why I got quit now. Already, I'm geriatric pregnancy as it is, but no.
It is like after 30.
No, I know it's literally a geriatric pregnancy.
Is 35 geriatric?
Yeah, 35. Yeah, 35
That's
plus.
crazy.
It's like whatever. Women in my family have babies till they're like 50 on accident. You know.
I'm gonna change you to Jerry on my phone.
George said, "Oh, Mahe is a geologist." It's correct. Yeah, because I know rocks.
I want to go that far.
Yeah, Plenty pukas equals
Yeah, and a poi poi. I don't know the other ones. Probably got 7 other
This
ones.
is like 25.
Okay. All right, let's wrap it up.
Yes.
Today was just kind of a rant, cultural reflection rant. We do get a lot of Big Island. So actually, one of our referral partners that I send most of my East Side stuff to, I was asking her like, "Hey, what do I do down here? What do I go over here? You know, what
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to go to courtteamhawaii.com if you like know. That's what I was talking to.
Text me on the side.
But you know, we have more connections on the Big Island than any other island.
Yeah.
And turns out to our trivia driving that
You don't know what you don't know.
that Big Island is the second most populated island, right?
Yeah.
Which everyone thought Maui originally.
Yeah.
And
it was like by far too, right?
And because it's so affordable and because so much land, like people just buy Big Island more often. And before, you know, the FBI from Big Island police come and, you know, come after us, that's also local people.
Yeah.
Aiden's dad's going to move Big Island.
Is he?
His brother or his cousin, you know, develops and sells to local people on the Big Island. So it's not just but you know, Big Island people, to be fair,
you know
they're
what?
probably like, hey, if you're from Oahu, still don't
I get
come.
that, but at the same time, like I feel like even Big Island people can agree that it more better they go Big Island than Vegas. Like at least they stay here.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
more better they go.
Okay.